Are you tired of feeling overlooked? Fed up with your best ideas getting ignored before you even finish your sentence? Well, today, we're not just going to talk about that problem. We're going to give you the science-backed formula to solve it, for good. Let's get started. You know the feeling, right? You walk into that big job interview, that crucial sales pitch, and you can feel it. The air changes. It's like an invisible wall just went up, and you realize the opportunity is already slipping away, and you haven't even opened your mouth. Let me tell you right now, you are not imagining it. That feeling is absolutely real. A verdict is being rendered on your competence, your character, your value, with shocking speed. The real question is, just how fast are we talking? 1/10 of a second. That's it. Research out of Princeton University confirms it. In literally the blink of an eye, a complete stranger has already formed a lasting impression of you. The decision is made before your first word ever leaves your lips. So what is this invisible force that's running the show? To control it, we first have to understand it. We need to peek under the hood at the ancient, powerful machinery that's working deep inside all of our brains. Let's dive into the science. Say hello to the one responsible, your amygdala. Now, this isn't the logical, spreadsheet-making part of your brain. Nope, this is the primal, survival-driven part. In a first encounter, it has one job and one job only, to figure out if you're a friend or a foe, a threat or an ally. And it makes that call unconsciously and instantly. And this gets right to the heart of it. We like to think we're in the driver's seat, making rational decisions. But as neuroscientist David Eagleman says, most of the time, our conscious mind is just a passenger. The real driving? Yeah, that's being done on autopilot. And this autopilot has staggering real-world consequences. A study from Harvard Business School is just mind-blowing. They found they could predict the final outcome of a complex negotiation with 87% accuracy, just by watching the first 5 minutes. The deal is won or lost before the details are even on the table. Okay, so if our brain is making these lightning-fast judgments, what exactly is it looking for? Well, it's not random. There is a clear, predictable equation at work every single time. So let's break that equation down. Now this is fascinating. We spend our entire lives trying to prove our competence, right? But the brain doesn't care about that first. Job number 1 is trustworthiness. Before anyone cares what you know, they have to feel they can trust you. It's over half the entire judgment. And how does the brain decide if you're trustworthy? Well, it's not by listening to your brilliant, well-rehearsed opening line. A whopping 55% of it is purely visual. Your posture, your expression. Another 38% is your vocal tone, which leaves, well, not a lot for your actual words. And here's the uncomfortable truth we all have to face. You can have the most perfect message, the most groundbreaking idea in the world, but it's only 7% of the equation. Your success or failure is decided by the other 93%. Now, I know that might sound a little discouraging, but it's actually the most empowering thing you could learn. Because if it's an equation, we can solve it. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about learning to speak the brain's native language. And here's your toolkit. Forget about guesswork or just hoping for the best. I'm going to give you 2 simple, scientifically proven techniques that give you direct control over that 93%. Think of this as the owner's manual for making a killer first impression. First up, the 7-Eleven technique. Before you walk into that room, take just 18 seconds for yourself. For the first 7 seconds, vividly picture yourself succeeding. See yourself as confident, articulate, commanding the room. Then, for the next 11 seconds, just take slow, deep breaths. This is called power priming, and you are literally changing your body's chemistry for success. And the results? They're not just in your head. Harvard researchers found that people who did this tiny ritual were rated as 26% more confident by complete strangers. You're not just feeling more confident, you are physically projecting it in a way that other people can't help but notice. Second, we have the Triple E method. These are the 3 nonverbal signals that scream trustworthy to that ancient part of the brain. First, eye contact. You're aiming for that 60 to 70% sweet spot. Second, elevated posture, shoulders back, spine straight. And third, an engaged expression, a slight head tilt, a genuine, small smile. You're non-verbally saying, I'm on your side. And the science on this is just undeniable. In studies, candidates who consciously used these 3 signals got a staggering 42% more positive evaluations than their equally qualified peers. That is the difference between getting the offer and getting the, "we'll keep your resume on file" email. So, you see, The power isn't in the hands of random chance anymore. It's in your hands. You have the science, you have the formula, you have the tools to walk into any room and own those first 10 seconds. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?